Welcome children to another class of the Iron Age. In this lesson, we will continue with life of people in Iron Age. In the previous chapter, we had read about when was the Iron Age started and who were the first ones to use the iron. And also we read about the life of people in Iron Age, especially in the field of agriculture and tools. And now we start with occupations. Apart from farming as their main occupation, cattle rearing was also popular in Iron Age. People kept geese, goats, herds of cow, and flocks of sheep. People also worked as metal workers, carpenters, potters, and artisans. The metal workers, that is blacksmiths, made up the most important group in Iron Age, and they also made strong swords by heating bars of iron over charcoal fire. And women in this age were skilled at making earthenware vessels for cooking and for trading. The leader of the community had to train men for war and make sure that the men were always alert and ready for war. Houses and hill forts. By the end of the Iron Age, people lived in hill forts. These forts were surrounded by walls and ditches, and warriors protected their people from outside attacks. Now, in the first picture, you can see the hill forts which were there in Iron Age, and you can see that these hill forts are surrounded by walls and ditches. And in these hill forts, people lived in round houses. You can see in the next picture, the shape of the houses has been shown, and these kinds of round houses were there inside the hill forts. Most of the Iron Age tribes lived in these round houses that has just one big room. They were built using nearby material from the forests. And the walls of these round houses were made using wood, straw, and mud. Food. The daily diet of most people in Iron Age was a combination of bread, porridge, and stew. Urban centers. Now, everyone did not need to practice agriculture. Food could be produced by a smaller group of people also. The others were free to follow their other occupations. Urban centers developed where magnificent buildings were constructed. Art, craft, literature, and trade were given great importance in this age. Trade. With the introduction of iron tools, production of food and other products increased. And this increased or encouraged trade with other villages and towns. Coins began to be used so that buying and selling of crops and iron tools could be easy. The first coins were made of iron. Later, silver and gold coins were made. With improved techniques, coins were made using a mixture of gold and silver. Now, in this picture, you can see different kind of coins which were used in Iron Age. Weapons and warfare. Weapons like swords, spears, and arrowheads began to be made of iron. These weapons were stronger and more efficient. They helped people to win wars against those people who did not use iron weapons. With the discovery of iron, chariots also improved. Iron spokes and rims were fitted into wooden wheels. This helped the chariots to move faster. Life in Iron Age people. What kind of life people lived in villages of Iron Age? People of Iron Age lived in tribes ruled by chiefs, kings, or queens. Most people were farmers who used a variety of iron tools. They cleared the land for farming using iron axes and turned the soil with iron tipped plows. There were battles with neighboring tribes who were furious rivals. Chiefs built forts on hillsides to protect their villages from invasions. Rich land owning warriors were the most important people. Civilization of the Iron Age. The two civilizations of Iron Age were Greek civilization and Roman civilization. Now there are two maps given here which shows some important cities of these two civilizations. That's all for today. Thank you.